You're inside the Mouse Castle with Tim and Anthony. Visit us at themousecastle.com. Follow the Mouse Castle on Facebook and Inside the MC on Twitter. Inside the Mouse Castle is not affiliated with the Walt Disney Company. Soon, you'll understand why. Here's Tim and Anthony.
Welcome inside the Mouse Castle. I'm Tim Calloway.
And I'm Anthony Reynolds. It is November 3rd, 2015.
We are your weekly dose of Disney news, information, and commentary a day later than normal.
Yay, work schedule.
Yay! So like Tuesdays are going to be a thing now. We're not doing Monday nights anymore. It's going to be Tuesday nights that the show comes out.
Oh, I need to talk to you about that. It might get weird.
That confuses you, doesn't it?
No, my schedule might be crazy.
Okay, it might be. It always is.
It might be.
It has been. And just when I get used to it, and just when our listeners get used to the show being on at a certain time, you change your schedule.
No, it's been like on Mondays for like half a year now. Well, we say Mondays, but it comes out late enough on Monday that it's almost a Tuesday. So yeah. There's a blurred line, Robin Thicke.
It comes out eventually.
Like, if the show's late, people aren't demanding that we release it.
No, I have noticed that. They get very impatient. Although I do notice that when we release it earlier in the day, we do get a lot more downloads on that show. So there are people actually waiting for the show if it's on time.
So maybe like if we have to release it late, don't release it that night. Release it like the next day. And then just say like #sorry.
I've done #sorry.
I do that a lot.
Yeah.
In text.
That's my life, actually.
Yeah,
#sorry.
That's me in real life.
Yeah.
#sorry.
Yeah, so sorry. So
anyway,
what sorry stuff do we have coming up today, Anthony?
Well, Harrison Ford lets us know what he really thinks of The Force Awakens. Oh no, let me read that like it's let me go back and I'll read this like it's like a catchy thing. Harrison Ford lets us know what he really thinks of The Force Awakens. Right? The voice cast for Zootopia has been announced, and Scarlett Johansson's Tower of Terror photo disappeared, sort of, from Walt Disney World. That's all next inside the Mouse Castle.
You know, we made it all the way through Halloween without mentioning Halloween. We didn't talk about it at all last week.
It was a very disappointing Halloween for me.
Well, you had to work.
No, I went to work, and I was dressed as Marty McFly. And do you know what was the most disappointing part of it?
What?
People could have asked me, who are you dressed as? And it would have been less disappointing than what I received. What I received is, I thought you said you were dressing up. So...
These people have no imagination.
Well, it's like, okay, so if you ask me who I was supposed to be, you acknowledge that I'm dressed up. If you tell me that you thought I was going to dress up, you're telling me that you think that a jean jacket, a woman's jean jacket, that's all I could find, a red puffy vest, and 2 other layers is a normal thing that I want to wear in Arizona. Indoors.
So they just didn't get it.
They're all idiots.
I'm so
sorry.
One
of the supervisors was going around taking photos of everybody in a costume. She stopped to the person to the right of me, took a photo, stopped to the person to the left of me, took a photo, and started walking away. And I went,
burn!
I go, excuse me, I am dressed up right now.
Damn it.
She goes, who are you supposed to be? I go, Marty McFly.
You should have brought the DeLorean.
Yeah, I should have brought the DeLorean. What a silly-ass thing to say.
I don't know. It seemed like a good idea. I don't know. How else are you going to sell that outfit, you know?
I have no idea.
I know, hoverboard? You couldn't have a hoverboard, you know? I do feel sorry for you. See now, my costume, and we had a whole family theme going on. So me and my girlfriend and the grandkids, we did a whole Star Wars thing. So I was Kylo Ren.
Oh, I worked with a Kylo Ren Vader.
Kylo Ren Vader?
Yeah, it was a girl I work with. She had like a Darth Vader, like almost a pajama thing on, and then she had a Kylo Ren mask. I told her she needed to make up her mind.
Well, you know, Kylo Ren is supposed to, you know, worship at the altar of Darth Vader, so I guess it kind of works. So Halloween was fun, but as we're reminiscing about Halloween. I am drinking my last Samuel Adams pumpkin batch ale.
Pumpkin batch.
It says pumpkin batch.
I love all things pumpkin.
Ale
Pumpkin
brewed
spice
with
latte,
pumpkin and
pumpkin
spices.
pie, pumpkin candles. I bet you could say I'm just a pumpkin batch. Pumpkin batch.
It says pumpkin batch. I'm reading the label. I will take a picture of it and post it online.
Oh, I bet it says pumpkin batch.
Yeah. And I will tell you, this is the best of the pumpkin brews or pumpkin batches out there. And I've tried a lot of pumpkin beer, and this one doesn't suck. This one's quite good.
My favorite pumpkin-y one, like tastes like legit pumpkin, is the Leinenkugel's pumpkin, whatever it is. That one's all right. My favorite is regular pumpkin ale. Is a little brewery in I don't know if it's little, but it's just in one state in Wisconsin. It's New Glarus, and they have a pumpkin pie beer, and that was like my favorite one.
Do they also serve frozen peas?
Was that a Orson Welles reference?
That was like, there's a little brewery.
There's a brewery in Wisconsin where Mrs. Edelson makes her beer.
See,
Solid.
It works.
No, do you know who's really excited about that plug? Mike Reynolds. He loves New Glarus. Spotted Cow is an amazing beer that made by them. You need to try it sometime.
Okay. If I should find myself in Minnesota.
Wisconsin. Can't even get it in Minnesota.
Wow. Okay.
You have to go over the border to find it.
I'll look for it.
Yeah, I'd visit Minnesota and I'd bring you some, but they don't make it in 3.4 ounce bottles, and I don't check any bags.
Well, fine. Okay.
Have we even started the show? Have we gotten into
we have. We talked about Halloween. That was part of the show. I just felt like it needed to be mentioned.
Halloween's great.
Halloween's great.
Halloween fun.
Okay. Let's talk.
Too spooky for me.
Let's talk about The Force Awakens then.
Yes, again,
still, and we still have we're under 50 days now, or however many days are left. I don't know how close. It's coming. It's coming sooner than we all realize. But I guess Harrison Ford was on Jimmy Kimmel last week.
Ooh,
and on his show.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, I needed to clarify that.
And I don't think you needed to.
And talking as much as he could about his upcoming film, The Force Awakens.
You make it sound like it was really hard for him to speak.
Quite possibly, it may have been. Who knows?
He always seems like he's on a ton of Vicodin.
Doesn't? I think he partakes a little bit of the weed. I believe he does.
Oh, he's very chill.
Yeah, he is.
Of course.
Yes. But anyway, he couldn't go into details about the film, obviously, but he did go on record as saying, quote, "I can tell you this, it's really, really good. Trust me, it's really good." So it must be really good. If Han Solo says it's really good, that is good enough for me.
Yeah. Okay.
Totally ignoring the fact that they paid him a lot of money to say that.
He's just a scruffy-looking nerf herder.
Who's scruffy-looking? But he did go on to say that J.J. Abrams had given him a chance to have a really wonderful part in a great movie. That's encouraging, though. That is.
I'm satisfied.
I am.
Sorry, no. I don't care about the movie. I just had a Snickers.
Yeah, because you know how you get.
I do. I turn into Joe Pesci. Oh, hey, a download just completed, so I have to go.
So, okay, I'll just continue talking about Star Wars. And actually, if you want to do that, I want to talk about this one little story I found about The Force Awakens that you didn't want to know about anyway.
Oh, dude, you can't.
There was.
I'm not gonna listen.
There
Are you
was.
really doing this?
Okay. I don't know. Maybe I'll edit it in later. I'll record something.
Is it spoilery?
Well, no.
Do they name the character?
Not. They name the character.
Okay.
That is rumored. Okay.
Oh my God, I don't want to know.
Rumored with a capital R.
Okay.
To make an appearance in the movie.
If I start I'll start a timer. How much time do you need for this story?
It will not take long. I can do the whole setup and just tell you that
Oh man.
I got the news from the Nerdist, and
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure which news source, because they actually got this information from another source, and I was going to say it was from Collider, but I'm not positive. But anyway, there is a rumor that is getting some traction about one particular well-known Star Wars character.
Is it Hayden Christensen?
That Hayden Christensen was mentioned, but that's kind of old news.
Okay.
But that is not who they were referring to.
Okay.
And it all ties in with helping to explain why we're not seeing Luke Skywalker in the trailer or on the movie poster. Anyway, if you want to plug your ears, I will.
Okay, I'm going out right now. Okay, I want to count to 10. Is that good?
Yeah, counting to 10 is good, and I will say the name of the character that is rumored to be in The Force Awakens.
Okay, I'm going out, and I'm going to count to 10.
Okay.
Okay, bye.
Go. Yoda. And we'll just wait here for Anthony to come back, because I don't know how long it takes him to count to 10.
Am I good?
You're good.
Okay. Oh my God. So Mac and me, they're at McDonald's now.
You actually downloaded Mac and Me to watch while we're recording the show.
No, I'm sorry. While you were going, I just wanted to skip through and see what the quality was, and that's high def. That's a high def rip of Mac and Me.
Why? Good God, why?
It's my day off tomorrow, and I want to watch a crap movie. What do you think about Mac and Me, folks? Write on our Facebook page. I want to hear what you think about Mac and Me.
It's a rip-off of E.T. and a plug for McDonald's. What could possibly be good about a movie like that?
I am so excited to watch this flick.
With an alien that looks like a blow-up sex doll, a real small one. You know, the way the mouth is.
Yeah, always looks surprised.
Yes! It is rumored, another rumor, this is not a spoiler though, that when Star Wars The Force Awakens opens in December, that the first trailer for Captain America Civil War is going to be shown.
Oh, I've seen that trailer.
Well, they did a sizzle reel at the D23 Expo. Yeah, they did. And if you poke around online, you can find a
lot of things, trust me.
Yes, speaking of poking around.
Boy.
Yeah, I mean, you can find like stills and maybe short video segments from the sizzle reel, but this is actually going to be the full trailer, which I expect will probably hit online the same day as it shows up in theaters. But that also, that's another one of those unconfirmed rumors. This one did come from Collider, and also Hypable picked up on it. The giveaway, or what makes people think that we're going to see the first Civil War trailer during the Star Wars previews, is because the Russo brothers on their Twitter account posted two little photo segments side by side, and one is taken from the original Star Wars poster, and the other one has white stars against a blue background, a la Captain America.
Oh.
So there you have it.
I'm like freaking out.
I can tell you are, yeah.
So bad.
So, December 18th, Harrison Ford likes the movie, and we'll probably get to see the Captain America trailer. And in the movie, there will be an appearance by a character that Anthony doesn't know about yet.
Which one?
I'm
Civil
not
War?
going to tell you.
Who is it? I don't care about this one.
No. I'm talking about in Star Wars: The Force Awakens.
Oh, I don't want to hear about that.
I'm not
Do I
going
have
to
to
tell you
earmuff
about
it
that.
again?
No, I'm not. I'm not going to ruin that for you.
I'll punch you in the face.
I know
you know
will.
that, right?
I know you will.
Punch you right in the face and then followed by the throat.
Meanwhile, casting announcement for Guardians of the Galaxy 2.
Oh, let's hear you pronounce this one.
Okay. Palm Clementif.
And we don't even know that's right.
That's what we sounded out prior to recording the show.
That's what I learned first grade. Sound it out.
Yep, sound it out, and chances are you are correct. But anyway, Palm is an Asian actress. She's actually done a number of films in France, but she's kind of making her big splash in an American superhero film by being cast in Guardians of the Galaxy 2. And
Now, do you know that there's a place in France where the naked ladies dance?
and they get frozen peas and beer.
There's also a hole in the wall where the men can see it all. Hashtag apologies.
Anyway, they're going to start filming Guardians 2 after the beginning of the year. It is going to be released in, May of 2017. And that's about it. We don't know what character Pom Klementif is going to play, whether this is a good character or a bad character. But this is one of many casting announcements I'm sure we will be getting in the coming months.
Hashtag coming months.
Yes. In great anticipation.
I haven't seen that movie in forever. I need to watch that. I need to go to a showing of it. Have you ever been to one?
Yes, once, a long time ago.
Were you dressed as Frankenfurter?
I was not. You
always are. You are right now, admit it.
Okay, I am. Sorry.
We all knew it.
No, I'm actually dressed as Kylo Ren right now.
Oh, Frankenren.
Frankenren. There you go.
Me too, though.
With mask and a garter. Yep.
Got fishnets.
Come back to the lab and see what's on the slab.
You know what I was doing on Halloween?
I don't even want to know.
I was working in the lab late one night when my eyes beheld an eerie sight. All right.
You were torturing your customers with that song, weren't you?
I was. I would answer the phone by playing the Monster Mash, and I would just wait until they hung up.
Good play. Well done.
Right?
Yep.
It's like on Christmas, I'll answer the phone going, "Our offices are closed to celebrate the holiday season. Please call us back tomorrow morning at 9 a.m.
Yes, and please don't drink and drive. Have a happy and safe holiday season.
If you're going to drink and drive, go fast, because we need to get you off the road quick. If you're going to text and drive, slow down.
That's right. So you can see the letters better.
Don't sprain your thumb." No, anyway, less interesting banter. The Zootopia cast has been announced. Do you care?
I still, I will hand it to
like
Disney for trying to make this movie sound more interesting, because they actually do have a really good voice cast. I still am not excited about the movie at all.
I don't care. I can't bring myself to care.
Okay,
I kind of want to care, but I don't know. I like Jason Bateman, but as much as I love him, he's been in some real crap.
I agree, but it's okay. We already know that Jason Bateman and Jennifer Goodwin are doing the lead characters of Nick Wilde and Judy Hopps. I just thought some of the other casting choices were interesting, and some real high profile names. Idris Elba.
Jinx, you owe me another call.
I do. He's playing Chief Bogo. Now, does that mean Chief buy one, get one free? I really want to know this.
No, nowadays it doesn't mean that. Now it means buy one, get one half off.
That's true. Okay.
God, society's worse off than ever.
Yeah.
Thanks a lot, Comrade Obama.
And then J.K. Simmons plays
Harry
Mayor
Potter lady?
Lionheart.
Oh, I bet he's the villain.
It could be. He seems to have a knack for that lately.
Well, look at the character. He looks all smug.
He looks like J. Jonah Jameson.
Yeah, he's a villain.
He's a villain.
$10 says.
Got to be. Okay. Then you've got Jenny Slade, who does a lot of voice work. And she is the assistant Mayor Bellwether. She's also has done voice work on the Lorax and Bob's Burgers.
Yay!
And Alan Tudyk, who does everything.
He's everybody's everyman. Steve the Pirate.
Yes. But Disney fans have got to appreciate this. His character in Zootopia is named Wink Wink Duke Weaselton.
Oh, Frozen?
A reference to the Duke of Weselton in Frozen. Correct.
Oh, and he looks like Scrat.
He does, from Ice Age.
Yeah, they straight up lifted that. That's
He's got the buggy eyes and the kind of small, like kind of stretched out nose.
yeah. No, that's come on, Disney. Where's your A game?
We'll find out.
Who else we got? We got Nate Torrance. Nobody knows who that is, so we'll just skip over that. We got Tommy Tiny Lister. He's that one guy with the crazy eye. What was he in?
He had
The Dark Knight.
He was in the Dark Knight. He was the one handling the device on the ferry, correct?
Yep. And he was Green Mile. Give me your hands, boss.
No, that wasn't him. But it
Wants
looks like
cornbread, Mr. Jingles.
Yeah. And this is interesting. Octavia Spencer, who has never done an animated film before, is doing a character called Mrs. Otterton.
She was in The Help, right?
Yes. She
That
won
was
an
not a
Oscar.
bad movie.
She won an Oscar for that.
She won an Oscar, yeah.
Yeah.
I saw that a while back, but it wasn't that bad.
Yep. And Bonnie Hunt, who is a perennial Pixar and Disney favorite. And she was also in Jumanji.
What was she in Pixar?
She's the voice of Sally in Cars,
Oh!
among many other things, and Dolly in Toy Story.
Dolly.
Yeah.
Dolly?
The Bonnie's ragdoll.
The Ragdoll?
Yep.
Was that Toy Story 3?
Toy Story 3.
Oh, see, I don't remember that.
Go back
I
and
have to watch that movie again.
You need to.
Oh, I'll have to have a Gatorade, though. I'll be so dehydrated by the end of that. Just crying.
I know. Don Lake. Now, who's Don Lake?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Hashtag. Who's
Anyway, he and Bonnie Hunt do the voices of Judy Hopps' parents, the Bunny Wabbits, Bonnie and Stu Hopps. It's cute.
They don't even, in this article on Cinema Blend, they tell you all about Bonnie Hunt. And then they say Don Lake's doing a voice. And then they go and talk more about Bonnie Hunt.
And for all we know, Don Lake was just some guy they found on the street.
He looks familiar. Let's look him up. Don Lake? Let's see. Oh, he was in a Bonnie Hunt show.
Ah, so they've worked together.
Yeah, for a while, actually. So, you said Bonnie Hunt was in Cars?
Yes. She was Sally.
It says here he did. Oh, he wrote some stuff for Cars.
Ah.
Additional material on Cars. We did that. That's weird. Terminator 2 Judgment Day.
Oh, yeah.
I don't remember what
He was a stand-in for Arnold. And if you've seen the guy...
Oh my god, A Mighty Wind.
Ah.
Yeah, okay, I know this dude.
Oh, that's very good, because we're going to have a Catherine O'Hara reference later, so that's good.
Yeah, Don Lake's okay in my book, I've decided.
Okay, very cool. Okay, then you've got Raymond Percy doing the voice of Flash, who is the fastest sloth of the DMV. And I will say one thing about Zootopia, even though I do lack a bit of enthusiasm overall for the film, we did catch a scene at the D23 Expo that takes place in the Zootopia DMV, and it's run entirely by sloths. And it's really a very funny scene.
That's clever.
There you go.
Because people don't enjoy going to the DMV, Tim.
Yeah, because people there are so slow. You see,
on account of it being so slow. You're absolutely right.
Actually, but the bit that they do in the movie is quite humorous.
I bet they're quick, aren't they?
I bet they're not.
Oh,
that's the joke.
Oh.
And then this was interesting. Tommy Chong is still working. And he does a hippie Zen guru in Zootopia. Imagine that. Tommy Chong voicing that kind of a character.
And I know what you're thinking. Yeah, the list still keeps going. Dr. Madge Honey Badger, played by Katie Lowes. She was in Big Hero 6, I guess?
I guess so. She was the voice of Abigail, Callahan's daughter.
Oh, yeah, the one that went away?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then I was...
we got...
Go ahead.
No, I don't know. I was going to keep going.
Yeah, go ahead.
Manchus. Who's this?
Manchus is a veteran of the chauffeuring profession. That's the character's name, but the actor voicing him
is this stupid article I can't. Jesse Cordy.
Jesse Cordy, who is the voice of LeFou in Beauty and the Beast.
Doesn't tell you what animal he is, though.
No.
Oh, it's Jaguar. Jaguar. There it is.
Jaguar.
Cinema Blend.
Do you say Jaguar or do you say Jaguar?
Jaguar.
Okay.
Do you say Jaguar?
I say Jaguar.
Jaguar. That's what I say, right?
Okay. But a lot of people, when they say it and when they do like the commercials for the automobiles, it's always Jaguar.
That's stupid.
And sometimes it comes out Jaguar. That's what it sounds like. Anyway.
Jaguar.
Yes. I think you should do the voices LeFou. LeFou saying Jaguar.
I've said Jaguar way too many times now, and it doesn't even sound like the word.
And then finally, John DiMaggio is the voice. No, John DiMaggio is the character. The actor is Jerry. See, now here they reversed it. Here they did the actor's name in bold and the character in regular
Yeah,
print.
Cinema Blend, get your poop in a group.
No kidding. So anyway.
The article sucks.
And anyway, that rounds out the cast, and we've spent way too much time on a movie that neither of us is really enthusiastic about, and Zootopia comes out March 4th.
Nobody's going to gain or lose anything from this movie's release. Moving on.
Yes.
Speaking of movies that nobody's going to gain or lose anything, Alice in Wonderland has a sequel coming out.
And the only reason that Tim Burton's Alice in Wonderland got a sequel is because it made money. It had nothing to do with quality.
And because Johnny Depp agreed.
That too.
Can't believe he did.
I can.
This sequel just seems
Come on,
so
they made him a
weird.
Disney legend. He had to do it.
Yeah, but this movie's too weird. The fact that it's existing. Nobody wants this sequel.
I am hoping. I mean, I'm not overly enthusiastic about it, but I'm hoping that it not being a Tim Burton directed film. Sorry, Tim Burton. You need to do other stuff. I am encouraged that James Bobin is directing.
I kind of want Tim Burton to direct it, to give him a chance to get it right this time.
So anyway, there have been these little video snippets that have been released online. I think Disney or the Alice in Wonderland Facebook page have been doing like these little, 10-second clips. So you have this one.
Not even.
I mean, not even that. You have one of Alice dressed rather gaudily, not godly, but brightly colored clothes, very gaudy. And she's like falling out a door that opens into open air. And then there's another clip that just came out where you see Alice also dressed in the same garb. And there's like a butterfly or something flying through a looking glass.
Butterfly in the sky.
Yeah. And Mia Wasikowska, once again, returns as Alice, as does Johnny Depp, as does Anne Hathaway, and your favorite Helena Bonham Carter.
She's all right, whatever. Who cares? Who cares about this movie? People paid to see the first one, but nobody's calling out for a sequel. You can
yes,
ask
they
anybody.
are. There are suits at Walt Disney Studios that are calling for it because the first movie or the last movie made a buttload of money.
But I'll give you $10 if you can approach somebody on the street and ask, when's the last time you saw Alice in Wonderland? The one with Johnny Depp. And if you get an answer other than I don't know, I'll give you $10.
I think that's reasonable.
When's the last time you saw it?
I saw it in theaters, and it was kind of an obligation.
Because I could owe myself $10 because I could say, I saw it in theaters, but I don't know. I have to say I don't know because I don't remember if I ever saw it again, and I might have.
I might have seen it when it came out on video. I
don't know though. Ugh, what a terrible movie it was.
Yeah, and I just hated that they took the Alice stories and turned it into a sword and sorcery epic where she dons armor at the end and slays the evil Jabberwocky. Spoiler.
I wanted to see Alice in Wonderland, not Underland. It was stupid.
Oh, I know. Yeah, yeah. Although Alan Rickman as a caterpillar was kind of cool.
No, they did. Like, they did a flashback to Alice's first time in Wonderland in this movie.
Mm-hmm.
And I turned to my friend and I go, that's the movie I paid money to see. Not this drab Hot Topic commercial.
Thank you.
Ugh. That's not against Hot Topic, because I still like that store, even though I've outgrown it. But no, that movie was stupid.
Agreed. And speaking of other movies that no one seems to be interested in, but they may make anyway.
I feel like, okay, so the movie Hocus Pocus. This one is kind of like, I don't know that I can speak to the fandom. It's kind of like the Goonies for me. I watched the Goonies, and I really didn't care about it, because it was not part of my upbringing. I did not watch the Goonies as a child or grow up with it. And the same thing with Hocus Pocus. I didn't see it until I was already an adult.
Yeah, and there are some movies that, for whatever reason, people get an emotional attachment to, kind of like what you said, because of the time that they saw it when they were growing up, whatever. But this is a movie that I think people tend to remember as being better than it was.
People watch it every year. Like, it has fans, and I don't know where these fans came from, because I don't remember them being around 10 years ago.
Agreed.
It's weird that I have a memory of 10 years ago. It makes me feel old.
And it seems that Disney, though, is kind of pushing it. And
in Florida, definitely.
They want Hocus Pocus to be a thing. So, I mean, they're stirring the pot as much as anybody. It's not like the fans are clamoring for it, but Disney is making the fan base think that they really love this movie, so we need to have a sequel.
I mean, it must be something, because Universal's picked up on Abracadabra, and they already got Steve Miller attached.
Yeah, and they got that Harry Potter thing. Yeah. That could catch on, But anyway, I guess the producer of the original Hocus Pocus film has kind of let it be known that there could be a Disney Channel TV movie, Hocus Pocus 2, in the works.
I think if you're going to do this, go big, go home. Don't do this TV crap, because nobody's going to care.
Now, would they get the original cast, though? Now, we know Kathy Najimy would probably do it because she did Descendants, but would Sarah Jessica Parker and Bette Midler do a Disney Channel movie?
Well, what are either of them doing nowadays? Well, Bette Midler's actually still doing shows.
She still performs, and
yeah.
Sarah Jessica Parker is collecting residuals from Sex and the City.
Mr. Ed.
Stop, it's an old joke.
Did you know when they filmed Sex and the City, they had to put peanut butter under her lips?
To get her to smile.
To get her to talk.
So anyway, there is,
spelling.
There is, oh my.
I'm not a good person.
What other female celebrities can we shame today?
I don't know. I think that lady from Poltergeist is pretty awesome.
So anyway, David Kirshner is the producer, and I guess he was doing some sort of an interview. This may have been like with Yahoo, where he suggested that they may be working on a new movie. Of course, Bette Midler has already been joking about it on social media.
Does she use Twitter better than Cher?
She's very good on Twitter, actually.
Have you read Cher's?
I have not.
You must.
Is that bad? That bad or that good?
Oh my word! Hold on. I'm going to go over to Twitter right now.
Hold the phone. Okay, while you're doing that, this was the tweet that Bette Midler had sent last week, where she said, "Breaking news: sequel delayed. Disney's having trouble finding a virgin. Hashtag Hocus Pocus."
Reading book that is scaring me to death, Skull, because it's true. Heart pounds, and I put it down. Scary face emoji. Pick it up. Read some more. OMG. Three monkeys, the hear no evil, see no evil, speak no evil. Lights out. Teacopple. It's so awful.
And the thing is that she's paying a publicist to write those tweets.
I don't know that she is. If people here don't know who I am, what I believe, what's in my heart, what and who I'll fight for, the number, the poor, disenfranchised, comma, vets, comma, old, comma, women, comma, LGBT, period, FKIT. Going to have lunch with Paul later.
Okay, so she needs a little polish in the social media area.
Oh my god, I love this. I'm stuck in here. I'm sorry.
Okay, between Cher on Twitter and Mac and me, I've kind of lost you the rest of the show, haven't I?
Texting friends instead of really being with them, desperately looking to my phone for approval and love.
Okay, oh god, I'm gonna have to follow her now.
She is awful.
Well, while you're going bonkers, over
Bye.
Cher,
Is what she wrote.
I'm gonna talk about Disney Infinity again.
Oh,
as long as you have something to entertain you while I do this, I think we're good to go.
I'm only gonna respond and share tweets.
Yeah. So anyway, today they're coming out with a new batch of characters for Disney Infinity 3.0. There's going to be Darth Maul and Hulkbuster and Ultron, but they're also going to release Spot, the little boy, the little cave boy in The Good Dinosaur. And this is kind of interesting, and why I think this is kind of noteworthy, aside the fact that it's Disney Infinity, is that customarily when there's a new character in a new movie that they're releasing for Disney Infinity, that they wait until the movie actually comes out, like do it like week of, or like to coincide with the opening. Well, they're doing this a couple of weeks early, and it seems to be that they're trying to get some traction for the characters so people will be more interested in the movie when it releases.
Heard Trump shot himself in his Gucci loafers. He's dumb as a mentally challenged fence post. I know more politics than he. Trump, you're fired.
Oh, you're fired. There's a line that no one ever uses before. Cher, what a wit. So anyway, Spot will be out, as will Arlo and the T-Rexes, as power disc characters that other Infinity characters can ride around the toy box, etc., etc., etc. And that's all I got. But anyway, I just thought it was interesting that they're releasing it prior to The Good Dinosaur coming out in theaters this month. What does Cher have to say about that?
Okay, I did narcissistic personality disorder evaluation on Trump a week ago. News pundits just thought of it today. Too late, slackers. All caps.
Nice. So there's a couple of big Disney type auctions coming up. There's some Disney memorabilia and some rather high price and rare Disney memorabilia that's going to be released as part of TCM Presents. It's Turner Classic Movies in cooperation with the auction house Bonhams. It's called Treasures from the Dream Factory. And some of the real showcase pieces that they're going to be auctioning off includes a dress worn by Judy Garland in The Wizard of Oz, one of the original golden tickets from Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory.
Everybody's favorite Disney movie.
Yes, that wasn't made by Disney. God, I love that movie. I just saw it recently too. I love that movie so much. And also one of the replica Rosebud sleds from Citizen Kane.
Ooh.
But also among the collection are a handful of original photographs. Now,
look at this photograph.
Now,
every time I do it makes me laugh.
Now, some of you may have seen these particular photos before in different documentaries, history books, things like that. There's a rather well-known photo of Walt Disney when he was but a lad and serving with the Red Cross right at the end of World War I. He's standing in front of the truck that he drove around when he was in France, and on the side of the truck is a little doughboy soldier character that he had drawn on the side. This is in fact the original photo, and it includes a note on the back of the photo signed by Walt, and
it says Kurt Russell.
I know. Oh, the irony. And it was a postcard that he had sent to a friend, Virginia Baker, like in 1919. And it's been in the family for all this time, and now it's being sold at auction. Now, typically, a Walt Disney autograph will sell, depending on what it's on and what it's associated with, it will sell anywhere from say $2,000 to $5,000.
Oh my!
For this World War I vintage original photo, and there are other photos with signed notes in it by Walt. This particular one is priced between $40,000 and $60,000.
I don't have that.
There's also a photo of Walt. It's almost like a studio portrait. It's like a cameo portrait of him in his Red Cross uniform, also from 1918, 1919. Signed yours truly, W.E. Disney. That one's priced anywhere from $25,000 to $35,000.
Damn.
Get out your wallets, kids.
Nope.
And anyway, this is, again, like I said, this is part of the Treasures from the Dream Factory auction that is going to go on November 23rd, starting at 10 o'clock Eastern Time. It's going to happen in New York. And you can preview. They're going to be previewing the lots I think, like in Los Angeles this weekend, and then in New York in a couple of weeks. Let's see. They're having auction viewings in Los Angeles from November 5th through November 8th, and then in New York from the 20th through the 23rd, where everything finally goes on up for auction. They also have Sam Spade's armchair from the Maltese Falcon. I mean, just tons and tons of movie stuff. A lot of stuff from a lot of stuff that was previously owned by Natalie Wood as well. So if you want to find out more about this auction, go to Bonhams. That's BONHAMS.com. And you'll find all the information there. And actually also, in addition to all the personal Walt Disney World War I era stuff, they also have a number of art pieces from the Disney studios. And so you've got some early Mickey Mouse drawings and like an early Donald Duck animation cell, and a number of other pieces. And anyway, so some fun stuff there. But if your interest in Disney memorabilia also includes Disneyland, and who doesn't, our friends at the Van Eaton Galleries are once again doing a big Disneyland exhibition and auction.
Oh.
They did that earlier this year. They had a big auction, I'm going to say in February. It was like end of February, beginning of March, I believe, where they just had a ton of stuff that they were auctioning off, and they're doing it again. And it includes a lot of original artwork. We're talking original posters that were exhibited at the Disney parks. They have a People Mover vehicle. They have a Space Mountain vehicle. Some of the other interesting items that they have, all sorts of ticket items. They have one of the press preview tickets. Actually, I think it looks like a couple of the press preview tickets from Disneyland's opening day on July 17th, 1955.
Is that what that was?
Yeah, they have Walt Disney's signature on the back of like an employee ID card.
They have Walt's signature on the cover of a DVD of Oliver and Company.
Wow, amazing how they did that.
It's weird.
It's just like magic. They have all sorts of brochures from like 1960s era hotels and motels in the Anaheim area. I'm looking at one right now. It's a brochure for the Space Age Lodge, which I remember staying at as a kid. This is like, the catalog itself, which you can view online. You can actually order it too. You can order like a softbound or hardbound copy of the guide that shows everything that's being auctioned off.
Everything.
And it's so cool. There's concept art, and we're talking original concept art, not reproductions. I'm just kind of randomly going through this stuff, and it's.
Are we still on the cast list for Zootopia?
Yes, we are. There is a model piece from Splash Mountain. There are posters of rocket jets and the Disneyland Hotel and the Golden Horseshoe Review and Rocket to the Moon and the Zootopia. And these are original posters. These aren't reproductions. This is cool stuff if you have a lot of money. I want the Adventure Through Inner Space one. That's like my favorite.
It's not there anymore.
It is in my mind.
Sorry. Tore it down when they built Star Wars.
I know.
It's my favorite ride, Star Wars.
Really?
No, I hate that ride. No, Star Tours is alright. It's just not... It's a simulator, so you can only like it, but not love it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it's that good.
Okay.
Anyway,
the Collecting Disneyland exhibition and auction, it's going on right now. You can view the exhibition at Van Eaton Galleries in Sherman Oaks, and you can go to their website at vegalleries.com. The auction itself goes on November 21st, and the exhibits and on many of the items you can see at the Van Eaton Galleries right now. And you can look at the book online, which I highly recommend. It's super cool.
hashtag super cool.
Super cool.
Speaking of super cool, Danny Elfman was at the Hollywood Bowl.
Was he now?
Yes, and he sang like Dead Man's Party, and he said he never would do it again.
I know. It's been 20 years since he performed that
20
live.
years! He also did a few numbers from Nightmare Before Christmas?
Well, yeah. I mean, what it was a concert at the Hollywood Bowl where an orchestra and Danny Elfman basically did the movie while the movie played.
That's pretty cool.
That was pretty nifty.
I saw a video of him, Catherine O'Hara, and Paul Rubens doing Kidnap the Sandy Claus.
I love that.
It was really cool. They were watching a monitor the whole time.
That bothered you, though. I could tell.
It really did. It's like,
yeah,
now
now
lyrics of the song that you sang 20 years ago.
Now, Catherine O'Hara and Danny Elfman were really into it, but Paul Rubens did seem a little stiff.
Oh, really? I thought he was he was watching that monitor hardcore.
Yeah,
he was. Really
he was. I mean,
moved.
and whereas Catherine O'Hara was really throwing herself into the character, and apparently this happened at the end. They did this as kind of an encore performance, and it was kind of a surprise for the crowd. And they had performed it on Halloween, and then also the following night as well.
That's cool.
That was very cool. That was very, very fun to watch.
Oh, only to live in Tinseltown and have all these celebrities at the ready.
I know. And we had a lot of our friends that went to that because the pictures on Facebook were ridiculous for 2 nights. People were posting pictures from the concert.
That would have been cool to go to. I need to see something at the Hollywood Bowl.
Yes, you do. Highly recommend it. That's like a bucket list kind of thing. You need to see a concert at the Hollywood Bowl.
I don't know. Well, yeah, I always think bucket list needs to be something more difficult to obtain, but I suppose anything can be on a bucket list, can it?
It's something like a must-see or a must-do, something that you need to... It doesn't have to be difficult. It just has to be something that you need to check off the list.
Check off like a gun.
Like riding Tower of Terror with Scarlett Johansson. That is on my bucket list.
That was on a few people's bucket lists, and they didn't get any photographic evidence. Scarlett Johansson was on Tower of Terror, and that was at Walt Disney World. It was the only ride open that day at Hollywood Studios.
It's the last one left.
It was the only thing open that day, and some people went on the ride with Scarlett Johansson, got time to view the photo, and it was not there.
Do you think that was intentional? Did they do it to protect her celebrity status?
I'm pretty sure they did.
I mean, come on. I mean, I'm sorry, if you were riding Tower of Terror and a plaid walks Scarlett Johansson and her husband onto the ride, I mean, of course you want that picture.
I think so, but nobody cares about the husband. Nobody knows his name.
No, it's Roman or Romain Doriak.
Oh, I love his lettuce.
He's named after a lettuce. Yeah.
I had some of that for lunch today.
Yes. Good. I'm glad you did.
I made a delicious wrap.
I had Scarlett Johansson for lunch today, but...
Ooh. I'm not going further with that.
Oh, yes.
I could bring it to a place we'd get letters.
It was a Black Widow salad, I'm telling you.
Black Widow baby.
So anyway, yeah, I guess there was a family that was on the ride that
And they
was
complained. They
just a
whined.
tad bit disappointed that the souvenir photo that is typically available to guests at the end of the ride was not available.
I'm surprised Disney budged on this one.
Yeah, and the family actually asked to remain anonymous, which I thought was interesting. But I guess Disney kind of gave them, according to TMZ, and we all know what a reliable news source TMZ is. According to them, they called it a royal runaround. And after the family spoke to a half dozen employees,
6 employees,
they emailed the photo to the family.
I like how like, oh, we want to be anonymous, but hey, let's leak this photo of somebody else.
Yeah, and do you think the family then turned around and sold the photo to TMZ?
They did.
They did, because it's right there on the article here.
Who cares?
How much money do you think they made selling it to TMZ?
I hope they made very little, and I hope they thought it was a lot.
Okay. Anyway, it's a cute picture, though. She's got her little pink ball cap on. The plaid that's with her looks really happy.
He's making sure that we know where his hands are.
I know. Boy.
Nowhere near her.
You better believe it. I didn't touch her. I'm not doing it.
That's good, though. That's smart. Then he won't be liable, and there's photographic evidence that he was in the right.
So anyway, Scarlett Johansson and her husband go to Walt Disney World just like the rest of us. Except we can't ask to have our photos deleted from Tower of Terror.
It'd be really cool to have all that money, just to be able to go to Disney World.
Yeah. Well, our friend Kristen was at Disneyland over the weekend for her daughter's birthday, and they ran into John Stamos.
I saw that. Yeah, it was on the Disneyland Celebrities Facebook feed, and then she posted that. He was with the other guy from Drake and Josh and The Grinder. His co-star from The Grinder.
I don't know who that is.
Josh something. Josh whatever. I don't know. Josh Peck.
Josh Groban. No.
No, Josh Peck from Drake and Josh.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah. Do you watch The Grinder?
I do not.
Oh, you really should. It's like my new favorite show. Not my new favorite show. Not at all. It's my favorite show of the new season. Like, new TV shows.
Okay.
I don't know how to speak. It's almost 3 a.m, man.
And John Stamos goes to Disneyland just like the rest of us.
And he buys the damn sign just like the rest of us. And that will do it for this edition of Inside the Mouse Castle. Don't forget to visit us at themousecastle.com, on Facebook at facebook.com/themousecastle, and on Twitter at Inside the MC.
And, of course, we are also now on Instagram, Tumblr, and Pinterest. And it's not now on it. We've been on this for a while. I need to delete that from the notes here. It's not, now makes it sound like it just happened. We've been on Instagram, Tumblr, and Pinterest for a long time now. And you can subscribe to us on iTunes, Stitcher, and SoundCloud. And a program note, too, for those of you who are used to Inside the Mouse Castle kind of being piggybacked on the Mouse Castle shows and being like paired up with the Mouse Castle Lounge. Inside the Mouse Castle actually has like its own channel now on iTunes. So we are listed separately from
They got a message like, we're on iTunes. Like, I thought we were already on iTunes.
We were always on iTunes. We're just in a slightly different place. You can still search for us and find us. Spotify was supposed to do it over the summer. And it did not happen. We were waiting to be on Spotify. One thing that is happening, and we already got confirmation, both the Mouse Castle Lounge and Inside the Mouse Castle will be on Google Play when they start launching podcasts, and that is supposed to happen in the next month or so.
Nobody ever is like locked in on podcast stuff. It's like, here's a date it's going to happen. Now, it might happen by then.
Yeah. Well, at least Google has moved forward with it, and it's good news for people who like to get their podcasts on Android, because iTunes is kind of at the corner of the market on podcasting, and the vast majority of listeners are iOS users. You don't have as high a percentage of people on Android. So I am in favor of any platform that reaches out to Android, because
I'm on Android, and I listen to podcasts.
What app do you use to listen to it on Android?
I use Podcast Addict.
Aha, very good. Okay. So anyway,
It is
just
cool.
if you're looking for us, like I said, Inside the Mouse Castle has its own separate listing now. So we'll be easy to find. And if you are used to getting Inside the Mouse Castle along with the Mouse Castle Lounge, you have one more week before we kind of pull the plug and make you find Inside the Mouse Castle on Inside the Mouse Castle. Does that make sense?
Pulling the plug on the Mouse Castle?
I'm not. I'm just moving it.
Oh. Because I'd say that'd be a good time to be like, play that sound clip of, Genie, I wish for your freedom.
We find Inside the Mouse Castle finally has its own place. It's got its own home.
Oh.
So that said, on the Mouse Castle Lounge this week, we mentioned earlier about the auction that is going on with Bonhams, and
I keep thinking you're saying Bono.
I know, and Turner Classic Movies. I will be talking to someone from Bonhams. I'm not sure who yet. I'm still waiting to hear back from their people.
What's their name?
I don't know. Maybe it's Bono. We will be talking about the auction and the cool memorabilia that they're going to be selling on this Friday's edition of the Mouse Castle Lounge. And as Anthony's schedule changed once again, we're back on a Tuesday schedule, or wherever I get around to releasing it, as we discussed earlier. So chances...
My schedule has potential to change every 2 months.
Yes. So there's a very good chance that next Tuesday we'll be back for another edition of Inside the Mouse Castle.
See ya. Did you know that's the ending words of the movie Theodore Rex? It comes out just, the movie ends. Instead of the end, you get, see ya.
What are the final words to Mac and Me?
I don't know yet. I'm gonna find out, though. It'll be my journey. Hold on. Mac and Me, come on. We'll be back. It's a cartoon balloon floating out of the back of a car.